we start writing program, I told we learn programming language the way we have studied the common language, our mother language, English, Odia, or Hindi. We started learning alphabets, tokens, sentences. আজি সাত দিও 4:15 meeting রহিব sorry. So then we'll start forming sentences and finally we'll write programs. Okay. So now let's start discussing this. See, in this way we'll study, but remember one thing, even if I discuss alphabets in the day one, 90% of the alphabets you will understand. Even if I start discussing words in day one, some words you'll understand in the beginning, but gradually we'll come across the words and I'll explain about the words or tokens, and then we'll use it in different sentences and finally in the programming language. We'll proceed in that way. Now coming to the alphabets, many students told, sir, we already know it. These are the alphabets which are used in C programming language, which you might not have used in the English language. Some characters, like, look at this cap, a character. Hardly anyone has used in English language. Agreed with me, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Operator like plus plus, operator like 2 plus, 2 minus, we never used in English. We'll be coming across here. That I'll be coming. But only accepting those symbols, all these alphabets are used in C programming language. Alphabets we have come across in English. Other than this, these are some special symbols. Consist of 2 alphabets. Special symbols in C treats it as a single symbol, single character. But in reality, if you look at English, it consists of 2 characters, like backslash A, backslash T, or backslash N, like this. In English, do you treat it as a single character or 2 characters? Over, Priyanshu.
Characters are in English.
English meant 2 character, but in C programming language, we consider it a single symbol.
Yes, sir.
And every symbol has a significance. Now we have written the meaning or significance. Unless and until we use it, we'll never feel the meaning. So when we will be using this special symbol, I'll tell what is the purpose of using this, so that we'll be able to understand the meaning. No need to memorize all the symbols right now. Understood it?
Yes, sir.
अभी रटने का कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Backslash 0, backslash comma, backslash, and need not to memorize. Just know few 10 to 15, or if I count, maybe 10 to 12 special symbols are there, which consist of basically 2 characters, has a single meaning. I'll tell you about this. It's not required. Then keywords. There are some keywords we sometimes call in a programming language context reserved words, and they are being kept reserved by the programming language for some specific use. There are some words which are being kept reserved by the programming language for some specific use. You cannot use them for other purposes. Like, whether you know or do not know, in ancient age, the king will keep a name for their sons and daughter. Maybe Raju, name no one can give to their son, only king can give. So those names are kept reserved by the king for some special use. You cannot give Raju to anyone in the village, anyone in the, let's say, empire, like this. So these are the special symbols, and many of the keywords we have used in English, like else, like do, like while, like let me say continue, for, like let's say sort, return. All these are words are used in English. However, words like struct, words like int, words like let's say enum are not being used in English language. Some special names, some special keywords whose names are not used in English, doesn't have any meaning in English, but rest of the words people look at, like brake, auto. In English, auto is basically a auto, or somebody uses it as in case of vehicle, in case of 3-wheeler auto, like this, but it has a different meaning altogether over here. But the same words are used in English language, except few, as I explain you, few are basically may either be a noun, maybe let's say size of, single word size of is not there in English, and will come across use of these words in future. Then coming to tokens. So now we understood few symbols or characters, then I'm coming to the tokens. Basically the smallest element in a programming language which has got a significant meaning. Tokens can be of four types in C programming language. Tokens can be of four types. In some book, they may merge this type to make it three. In some book, you will find out they have expanded it to five. It doesn't matter. Somebody tells three varieties, he will explain all tokens within these three varieties. There's a little difference between the varieties. Somebody may make it five by expanding the varieties for us. But let me tell here, we'll discuss only four varieties of tokens. Let us discuss one after another so that all tokens can be discussed. The first variety is an identifier. Do you have a pen and paper with you, or you are sitting with idle? Pass
So
me
with
pen.
pen and paper.
With pen and paper.
We have,
हाँ,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, तो रखा करो, काम पे आएगा, वरना वो पिताजी माताजी का वो भी खर्चा नहीं होगा। ठीक है, थोड़ा खर्चा करो पेन पेपर में, so that they will understand you are studying. कॉपी में कुछ नहीं लिखोगे ना, पेरेंट्स लोग बोलेंगे ये कुछ पढ़ नहीं रहा है कि नहीं? प्रियांशु, ट्रू और फॉल्स? अदिति, ट्रू और फॉल्स?
True, sir.
हाँ, कॉपी में नहीं लिखोगे ना, बोलेंगे क्या टीचर क्या पढ़ा रहा है, तुम क्या पढ़ रहे हो, तुम्हारा टीचर भी बुड़बक है, तुम तो जो भी है। ठीक है, now come back to this. So first variety of token, let me write down identifiers. A programming language use an identifier. Identifier is just like a name. When you took a bath, your parents have given a name to you or not, like Priyanshu, like Abhigya, Aditya, like Aditi, different names are there. And in case of a human being, the name only consists of alphabets. Susti Mukherjee, agreed or not? Amlan, the name consists
Yes,
of only. But and when we come to the college, you are referred by your roll numbers. Like Priyanshu roll number is 296, Abhigna roll number is 296, 293, like this. But C programming language uses combination of these two. Combination of these two. But the first symbol, first character must be a non-numeric character. And when I speak about a non-numeric character, do you know numeric characters are 1, 2, 3, up to 9 or 0 also? Non-numeric characters A, B, capital C, underscore, dollar, all are non-numeric characters. The first, every identifier consists of set of characters. I can write down the set of characters which are non-numeric. So first character should be a non-numeric character followed by non-numeric character. First one can be either A, B, C, like this, followed by any number of characters or digit. They can either be 0, 1 or A, B, C, D. But remember, the number of symbols are restricted maybe to 16 or 32, depending upon the environment where we are implementing, we are writing our program. Some environment accepts 12 characters, some accept 16 characters, like this. Need not to worry about that. Let's consider it accepts the number of characters what we want to give, maybe 8 or 10 maximum, not more than that. If I find it is not taking it because number of symbols are increasing the length, I'll reduce the length, that's all. Otherwise, if I say so, can I write down A, B, C as an identifier with this principle? First should not be a numeric character followed by any number of characters or digit. A, B, C can be an identifier, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Can I write down A, B underscore 1 is an identifier, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I write down 1 AB as an identifier? Can I write down this?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Why no?
It must start with non-numeric.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And one more thing, as I told just now, no reserved words can be used as an identifier. If if is a reserved word, I cannot use it as an identifier, thou it satisfies the principle which I tell. AUTO, auto, void, VOID, while, do, case, switch, size of cannot be used as an identifier because they have been kept reserved by the programming language for some specific use. Other than those keywords, other than these keywords, any word I generate combination of characters, numeric, non-numeric, first should not be numeric, can be an identifier. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes. With this understanding, tell me, first few symbols which I have written, first few names which I have written can be an identifier, yes or no? A, B,
Yes, sir.
A, B,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Second,
Yes, sir.
1A, 2
No,
underscore
No,
dash,
sir.
No, sir.
or why no? Very good.
No, sir.
Let me ask you more students. Yeah, Sanidhya, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Amlan Trivedi,
Understood.
Rahul Das, very good, very good. Now, with this understanding, how many words you remember within a fraction of minutes? Sir, many words. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
सर अंग्रेजी
Yes,
में
sir.
अंग्रेजी में तो सर कई साल लग जाता है ये सब सीखने के लिए सर आप तो आइडेंटिफायर को आसान कर दिए कितने भी आइडेंटिफायर वी कैन जनरेट वेरी गुड so one of the token we understood very quickly then next can either be a constants or literals synonyms constants or literals in
The
English
First one can be underscore as well, right?
yes can be should not be 0 to 9 any numeric digits can be
Yes.
underscores okay there are some compiler where underscore was not accepted earlier but nowadays underscore is also accepted okay
Yes, sir.
Manish yes very good constant literals Manish we studied constant literal in English also constants let me say 5 is which type of constant integer or real constant
Integer, sir.
very good.
Integer.
25.369 integer
Real.
or real
Real
constant?
constant.
Real.
Yes,
Real
sir.
constant.
And
Float and
remember,
double. Float
I'm
and
coming.
Yes,
So
sir.
in C programming language uses these two type of constant. Let me say integer constant and floating point constant.
double also, sir.
नहीं आ रहा है double constant नहीं है we call it as a floating point constant or integer constant we never say long integer constant we don't say this we don't say integer constant understood it
Yes.
Hello, dollar
it
and
could be
dollar.
Hemant it could be a long integer doesn't matter but we call it an integer constant
Yes.
Sir,
yes
sir, integer constant is the three types of constants, na? Sir, integer, float, and character.
आ रहे हैं yes no finish नहीं किए Hemant finish नहीं किए let me finish so I'm comparing with the English first अंग्रेजी में इससे अलावा do you have any other constant integer constant 50 60 70 floating point constant or real constant 2.5 3.5 like this yes or no Priyanshu
Yes, sir.
other than this when we
No.
study C programming language we come across a character constants a when it is written inside single quote is considered to be a character constant just hold on for 1 minute director admission is calling me yes sir ମୁଁ ମୋ रूम रे क्लास नौची आसंतो क्लास देखिए केम चलची फर्स्ट पिलाम के पचारिबे केम चलची आई विल इनवाइट यू ମୁଁ ଆଉ କହିବିନି डायरेक्टर जनरल इज सिटिंग इन ए रूम एंड यू डू नॉट नो दिस सार को कंप्लेन करिवे ए विषय सार को नहीं अनेक्स बिल्डिंग ना तळे बस हां तळे now so now listen carefully so when we write a character a is a character but when I write within single quote it became a character constant b is a character when I write it inside single quote it became a character constant 1 is a integer or character integer. But listen when I write it inside single quote 1 is a integer it's a character
Character
constant.
constant.
Character, sir.
Very good 5 I'm coming just wait 5 समझाऊंगा 5 is an integer but when I write inside single quote it become a character constant. And let me tell the difference between this integer and character constants When I say 5, in the memory 5 will be stored. So, but when I say character 5, ASCII value of 5 will be stored inside the memory.
Yes.
ASCII value of 5 will be stored. Every character has got a corresponding ASCII value. When I say 5, 5 will be stored inside the memory location. When I say single code 5, 5 will be stored or ASCII value of 5 will be stored.
ASCII value
ASCII
of ASCII value.
value of
Very
5.
nice, very nice. Now, suppose I stored ASCII value is 35. I do not know the ASCII value. Let me assume ASCII value of 5 is Indranuj, Ghosh, Nirmalya, Ankit. What I assume ASCII value of 5 is
35.
Suppose Vaibhav Sahai, I will ask you, read what value is written here. क्या लिखा मैंने इधर? पढ़ो. क्या पढ़ोगे?
35.
Yes. I ask you, Vaibhav, read it as a character. Vaibhav, read it as a character. What you will read?
5.
Yes. Read it as a character. So you will read a character whose ASCII value is 35. Understood it or not?
Yes, sir.
मुश्किल हो रहा है?
Yes,
हो रहा है? एक चीज बोल रहा हूं. आसान हो जाएगा. अच्छा, मैंने क्या लिखा बोलो तो इधर?
Sir, 10.
वैभव सही बोला मेरे. अच्छा ठीक है, मैं दूसरा किसी को पूछूंगा. अच्छा, तुम्ही को पूछा था 10 बोले, दूसरा मैं पूछ रहा हूं. अच्छा, मनीषी कुमारा, क्या मनसी कुमारी, मनसी, व्हाट आई रोट
Yes,
हियर?
sir.
क्या लिखा मैंने?
Sir, 2 लिखा आपने. 10
हाँ,
के बाद.
2 लिखा. अच्छा, एक चीज मैं बोलता हूं, मैंने क्या लिखा? अमलन त्रिवेदी
2 पे 8 लिखा.
8 लिखा. अच्छा, लेकिन मैंने चेंज तो नहीं किया, वही तो 10 है. But now different people have started telling different value. Do you all agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
क्यों? मैंने
तो
जब
प्रेजेंट में क्या लिखा वो इम्पोर्टेंट.
Overlaps हो रहे हैं. Present
yes,
का
मैं
past
ये
tense का
लिख के
problem
लिखा
है.
तो बोल रहे हो तुम लोग 2 है, यो लिख रहा हूं तो बोल रहे हो 10 है. So the point is, did I ask? I have written the number in binary, decimal or octal. I didn't tell. I only wrote 10. Sir, 10 can be 10, can be 8, can be 16, can be 2. Depends. Sir, you are a binary person or a decimal person? कंप्यूटर में काम कर रहे हैं प्रियांशु?
Binary.
हाँ, कंप्यूटर में काम कर रहे हैं. कंप्यूटर में काम कर रहे हैं मतलब बाइनरी. So you told only 10, it was 2. So like this, my question remains, if something is available here inside a memory location and I tell I have written 50 and read it as a character, Priyanshu, Nirmalya, what you will read?
Say it's character, say 50.
It will read a character whose ASCII value is, Suryan, whose ASCII value is
15.
very good, 50, very good.
But
If
sir, I have a doubt. In characters, is the all in the alphabet we can rewritten.
I'm coming, Nirmal, I'm coming.
Sir, can you explain once again, sir?
आ रहा हूं, Nirmal, आ रहा हूं. I ask you, read this as a number. How much you'll read?
50, sir.
50. Very good.
sir.
Yes. Yeah, Mansi, 50. Read as a number. Read it as a character. What you will read?
50.
The character having the
Character
ASCII value.
having
value
ASCII value
15.
50. Understood this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
था उसमें
That
जो
second example, can you repeat?
आ रहा हूं, वो समझा रहा हूं, बहुत डाउट हो रहा है. Let me tell a joke. Do you know the relation between 31st October and 25 December? Do you know the relation between these two?
Longest to longest night.
Longest. ना relation, ये दोनों में क्या संबंध है?
Both had a date.
Both are dates. और क्या संबंध है?
31st October is Halloween and 25th December is like 31st
Both had event dates.
31st like October CT can actually like interpret it as October or Octo.
What is your name? What is your name? हाँ, yes.
55 days ahead, like that.
Let me tell. Many will be asked.
Sir, like as I'm saying, the 31 octal is equal to 25 decimal and
yes.
also,
What is your name? I want to
Devji.
listen. क्या नाम?
Devji Goswami.
Yes, look at this. Can I write down October as OCT
Yes.
in short? अरे हाँ तो बोलो, कोई गलत थोड़ी ना बोल रहा
Yes,
हूँ
sir.
मैं.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can I write down? Can I write down short DEC as December?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you encode it to octal? Yes or no? OCT
Yes, sir.
octal. Can you encode it to decimal?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
31st octal is same as 25th decimal. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Got it. बहुत ये जोक है, ये कोई both the dates are not same. Agree, understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Values of
Yes.
this is
Sir,
same.
So the joke is supposed to be why are programmers afraid on Christmas Day, and that's the reason why 31st
Yes,
October,
yes,
which is Halloween,
yes,
is
yes,
25th December.
Yes. Joke का मतलब ये नहीं कि I'm a joker. So I'm only telling joke to make you understand.
So
Yes,
we
Swami.
literally thought dates है, octal
Yes.
and
नहीं,
decimal.
नहीं, अरे, I'm not giving any mark. It's not that Devjit Goswami told a correct answer and he will get 10 out of 10, he will get 0. It's not like this. It was a joke, I told. I'm not going to evaluate you. Yeah, Devjit, yes or no?
Yes, so yes.
Yes. So now both the dates are same. Both the dates are same because 31st octal, 3-1 octal is same as 25 December. Now the point is, how do I read it? If I write this, somebody will say it's a full stop. Somebody will say it's a 1. If I say read it as a number, you will say 1. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
If I say it's a character in English language, you will not say, you may not say 1. Say it's meant to be a full stop in Odia language or Hindi language at the end of the sentence. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
So now my question here is, whenever you have a character, let's say character 5, when it is stored in the main memory, what we store, 5 or ASCII value of 5?
ASCII value of
ASCII
value of
value of 5.
I don't remember ASCII value of 5. Let me assume it is 35.
Sir, it is 53, I guess.
53, sir.
53 decimal, 35 hexadecimal. Let
Yes,
me
sir.
see.
Yes, sir.
कब कुछ बोलते हैं, कुछ याद रहता, एज हो गया तो भूल जाते हैं. Yes, hexadecimal, जो भी है. I store. Now, if I say you read it as a number, let's say 53, doesn't matter. Read it as a number. What you will read? Will you read 5 or 53?
5, sir.
No, you read this as a number.
53.
53.
Now my question is, read it as a character.
5.
5.
5, sir.
Understood it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Now I'm coming. So A can be a character, but A is not a character constant. A can be a character, A is not a character constant. When A will become a character constant? When I put a
single quote.
single quote.
B is a character, not a character constant. When it becomes a character constant?
Single quote.
And if you have a character constant and you want to store it in memory, A will be stored, ASCII value of A will be stored.
ASCII.
ASCII value.
Yes. Do anyone remember ASCII value of A? Small a?
97.
97.
Now, after storing, I don't know what I stored. If I ask you to read this value as an integer, what you will read? A or 97?
97.
97.
If I ask you to read it as a character, read it as a character. I think it must be clear what is a character constant right now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What
sir.
Yes, sir.
clearly got.
Yes. Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yes.
No,
No,
Let's
sir.
proceed. So we saw a new constant, character constant. Does it require a lot of time to remember, or you already remembered it?
Remembered.
Very good, very nice. हो जाएगा, बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा. Reserve word, keywords, as I told. I do not want to speak much on this. Only right now you need to remember a reserve word cannot be used as an identifier. This much you remember. No need to memorize all this right now. Gradually we'll get to know and will remember automatically.
Sir,
CHAR.
Meaning of this is already known to the compiler.
क्या चीज?
The meaning is already known. I mean,
When we use, we must know the meaning. Yes or no?
yeah, compiler.
That I'm saying. So reserve words key. What the purpose is, the programming language has kept some word reserved for its own use, and we can make use in our program for the same purpose for which it has been kept. Understood it or not?
Yes, sir. And
How
yes,
many how many types of tokens I discussed?
3, sir.
Three
Tell
types,
me
sir.
now. Tell me three types of tokens. Possibly you remember most of them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, compare it to English right now. How simple it is, and the most important, which I didn't tell, is the operators or delimiters. Delimiters. Let me tell. In Odia, English, Hindi, do we use space in between two words? Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I write IGO. Can you read this? What I have written?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir. Very right. Very right. Even if the answer is no, you have given correct answer. It doesn't have any meaning. But if I write, can you read it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
And do I
Yes,
need to put
sir.
a full stop at the end? So when we write in English, to separate out the segregates the word, we put space in between words. Agreed or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
And to
Yes, sir.
segregate between sentences, we put a full stop. In English. In Odia, we put a purnachad. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
And sometimes in between short sentences, we put comma.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
these
sir.
are basically called as a delimiters in English language. In C programming language, we also make use of delimiters, but the character which used for delimiters may not be same. At the end of every sentence, we write a semicolon, which is a separator between sentences, between instructions. Sometimes comma is also used between short statements, short instruction, which I'll discuss later on in details. Comma. And sometimes, if I write on without putting a space, no one can read, or some may also read.
Some may read.
Some may. Can you say why someone can read it?
Continue.
The person
So
who
because
knows.
they might have separated it of their own.
No, yes, on their own means if you know the whole English, you have a strong compiler, then you will understand IGO is not a valid word, IG is not a valid word, O is not a valid word, it must be I and go. So separation might be possible if a compiler is very strong. So C compiler is very strong. Sometime in between two tokens, we may not provide a space. I suppose to write down A assigns to B plus C with spaces. But C compiler is so strong, even if I do not provide space, write A equal B plus C, it can recognize as the tokens. That is the efficiency of the compilers. So in most of the cases in C, space is not used as a separator, but in some cases, space must be mandatory to be used as a separators. But even if it is, you provide a space between two tokens, no harm is there. No harm is there. Understood it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No harm. But why should I put so many spaces if it is not required, if it is optional? Try to avoid using space if you can understand properly. If you do not understand, put spaces for better understanding. Understood it? Delimiters?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Coming to the operators. So when I teach operator, I ask a question to the students, and let me also ask the same question to my students. Okay? The question is a very simple question. Minus 5. I wrote it. I asked it every of the. Listen. What would be the answer to this minus 5?
It's in decreasing.
You tell me the value.
Sir, 4.
Four.
Yes.
4.
Anyone
Four.
else? Anyone else?
Sir, 4.
Do you have any
Four.
answer other than 4? Anyone else wants to tell answer other
Sir,
than 4?
4 or 5. I don't remember exactly.
Sir, if
Four.
So it will increment. So it will decrement by 1.
Can you do the decrement on your own, or I need to do and tell?
Sir, I know.
What would be 5 plus plus?
this is a
Five.
increment.
So it will be 6.
5.
Then next
6.
statement.
Don't fight.
The 5 plus here 5 plus will be equal to 5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
5
sir.
plus plus will be
It
5.
will
Let's not argue.
change the next statement.
Keep it in your note. Keep it in your notebook. Okay, just one. Keep it in your notebook, and when I will tell the answer, please verify. Please verify. Okay. Yes.
Sir, can you please explain this minus minus
I'll
5 and
explain, please. Sir, I will explain it within 1 minute, don't worry. I asked the question to explain it. Why do you worry about this? But just wait for this. Many answer I received, and just hold on for 2 minutes, then I'll take the class. Okay, a guest has arrived, let me just hold on.
फोर कैसे लाया?
इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट पढ़ना है।
क्या?
उल्टे आ गया भाई तू।
नहीं आवाज आया।
इंक्रीमेंट और डिक्रीमेंट करके एक पढ़ना है, बताएंगे सर अभी।
अरे नहीं, वो नहीं, डायरेक्ट वेरिएबल पे डालोगे तो नहीं ना आता। मतलब वेरिएबल पे जैसे एक्स वाई रहता तो माइनस हो जाता, अगर डायरेक्ट कांस्टेंट पे डाल दोगे तो एरर देगा।
हाँ वही भाई किसी में।
हाँ वो तो लॉजिक बिना वेरिएबल के कैसे
अरे
होगा?
वो सीधे
थोड़ी
ऑपरेटर का
होगा।
मतलब समझा रहे हैं।
बिना वेरिएबल के उसी का वैल्यू में अपडेट हो जाता है।
कुछ होता ही नहीं है, एरर दे देता है भाई।
नहीं भाई, अपडेट हो जाता है वैल्यू।
एक
मेमोरी में स्पेस अलॉट हो जाती है, बाकी उसमें ब्लैंक रहता है, कुछ होगा नहीं।
5 एक कांस्टेंट है।
हेलो। हेलो, गुड इवनिंग सर, गुड आफ्टरनून सर।
Just wait. 140, just wait.
Now, so sorry for the interruption, students. This type of interruption sometimes happens in my class, 1 or 2 minutes. All senior students bear with this. Okay, I expect you will also bear with this. क्या है कि नहीं प्रीतम सामल ससमल will you bear with this or not?
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
No problem, sir.
Yes, sir.
No problem, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes,
Sir, is this class for offline students or online
for
students?
both. For both. I wrote offline students to attend this
Sir,
class.
actually, we asked our mentor and he said there won't be any classes, so you don't worry.
Mentor is class teacher is the topmost authority in his class. No mentor, nothing.
Sir, actually, none of the online.
Don't make argument. Don't make argument. I told class teacher is the
I'm not arguing, sir. I'm just saying none
the
of.
highest authority. Class teacher has the highest authority in taking a decision in his class, and that should be. No mentor, nothing. Don't get confused. When I wrote a letter, go with that. Don't get confused yourself by asking a question which will suit you. You like that, not attend class? Fine. You are going by that. That's all. When I am writing to attend my class because I take combined class and you are asking mentor, why when my English sentences was there, you attend the class? That's all. Why you are so confused? And you need an answer which will suit you, which will help you. Well, go for that. Yes, Abhinandan, do you want to let me continue?
Sir, that identifiers, sir.
आएंगे बात में शायद सुने नहीं सब लोग आंसर दे. Now come to the operators. Now come to this. So when we study about an operator, what should we study? There are so many things to study about an operator to know what exactly an operator. It's not very easy. Let me discuss fast. I should discuss about the arity of the symbols. What symbol I use for the operation? For addition, I use plus, subtraction minus, and to increment it by 1, I use plus operator, and we have a bracket. This is an operator, not a separator like in English. This arrow and greater than is an operator. Exclamation is an operator. Double ampersand is also an operator. I'll tell about this operator what this does. So first I need to know who are the symbols being used. Sometimes operator consists of 2 symbols, sometimes operator consists of only 1 symbol, like plus, single symbol operator, plus, two symbol operators. Bracket left, right, milake, do, this 1 operators. This hyphen greater than 2 symbol, single operators. Now we will study this first symbols, then arity. Whether the operator is operated on 1 operand or multiple operands. Operand means the data on which the operator will be operated. Like in English, you have a -5. This minus is a unary operator or binary operator in English. A minus B is a binary operator, but -5 is a unary operator or binary operator. Do you?
Unary.
Unary means it will be operated on 1 data or 1 operand. Some unary operators. Some are unary operators like your plus, minus, star, not multiplication. Star is another operator. Are unary operators. Some more are also there.
So what is ternary operator?
When I'm discussing unary, let me finish that, then I'll come to ternary. Priyansh, ऐसे क्या चाइना में कुछ दिन थे क्या राइट से लेफ्ट पढ़ रहे हो?
नहीं सर.
हाँ, अरे इंडिया में रहो, चाइना मत रहो, ठीक है. Now, then I'm coming to binary. Additions, subtractions, all are binary. Multiplication, division, mod, all are binary operators. Means it requires 2 operand to carry out the operation. I write operand 1 and operand 2. Ternary operator requires 3 operand. Ternary operator requires 3 operand to carry out its operation, which English doesn't support. English has no ternary operators. In C programming, we'll get 1 operator, which is a ternary operator. I'll discuss this. On which 3 operands would be operated. 3 data will be operated, not 1, 2. Understood what is the arity of the operations?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, notations. Notation means whether I use an infix, prefix, or postfix, all binary operators Like English language, we also use as infix notations. Addition, A plus B. Infix means in between the operand, the operator will appear. In between the operand 1, operator, then operand 2. This will appear. It's a infix notation. But let me say, the compiler prefers a postfix notation. Postfix means we write down the operand 1, operand 2, then operators. The programming language prefers this, but human being doesn't prefer this. Hence, C programming language has used infix notation for all binary operators. All binary operator uses infix notation. If it's a binary, we will be using this, not postfix. Even if the compiler feel comfortable on this. Then prefix, same A plus B could have been written as plus, then A, then B. It's an infix notation. Prefix notation. First operator, then operands. All binary operators in C programming language are basically infix. But the unary operator like plus plus, minus minus, operator like bracket, operator like star, can I write down A inside this plus plus? Can I write this infix? Is it possible?
No, sir.
No,
sir. No, sir.
So unary operator can either be prefix or it can be postfix.
Postfix, yes.
There are some unary operator like plus plus minus minus can either be used as prefix or be used as postfix. But unary operator like bracket can only be used as postfix. Unary operator like star is only used as prefix. So some unary operator can exclusively be prefix, some are exclusively be postfix, and some unary operators can be both prefix and postfix. So we will discuss when the operator will come whether it uses prefix, postfix, or both. So we need to know about an operator, which type of notations are used. For all binary, I remember, and now if it is a unary, it can either be prefix, postfix, or both. Next, I wrote an expression where the red symbols are operators, all are binary. I wrote an expression A percentage B ampersand C at the rate D. Percentage ampersand at the rate are the operators. A, B, C, D are data or operands. Can you tell which operator will be validated first here?
Modulus would be operated first, and then and would separate them, and so at the rate would be in the third.
No. How do you say this? When you do not have any idea, at the rate is.
Sir, there is a precedence order for it. I
Yes,
don't
Priyanshu,
remember
correct. Now let me tell. I can answer to this question provided I know the precedence of the operator. An expression may consist of multiple operators. If an expression consists of multiple operators, if an expression has only one operator, this question doesn't arise. If it has multiple operators, we need to understand which operator has higher precedence than others. If I say ampersand precedence is higher than at the rate is higher than percentage. If I say this, which one will be operated first? Can you say?
Ampersand.
No, sorry, ampersand. Then?
The rate. The rates.
Then?
Percent.
Percentage.
Is it understood or not? So what I need to know to tell which will be operated first, what I need to know?
Precedence order.
Precedence order.
If I do not know the precedence, so here A plus B into C, can you say in C programming language which will be validated first? No, it may not follow the English language. If it follows the English language, I can say B into C first, then A plus. But if it doesn't follow English language Badmash rule, then it could be A plus B. Then I can do the operation with this also. Agreed or not, Nirmalya?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when an expression consists of multiple operator, what you need to know the precedence of each operator. And if you look at the table available in C programming book, in one of the table, you'll find out all operators have been written and where the precedences has been given in increasing order. That don't try to memorize in one day, gradually you'll remember. So, but in one piece of paper, you'll find out all operators are written and that precedences have been written in a particular order. If you look at this, you'll understand. And many of the operators precedence follows what precedence we use in English language, like addition, subtraction has less precedence than multiplication and divisions. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ऑपरेटर
Yes,
हमारे
sir.
क्या 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 पढ़ रहे हैं देखते जाओ, ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत आसान है. Now look at this associativity. The next question arises. I have multiple operators, but the precedences of the operators may not be unequal. Let me say, should I carry out the operation A ampersand B fast or B ampersand C? Forget about this. Forget about this. Which one I'll do fast?
Sir, A and B.
No, no. Again. Because you are Indian, you are Sankalpa
It will
telling like this.
depend.
It
It will
depends.
depend which
It
side we have
depends.
to.
Yes, it depends.
From left to right or right to left.
Yes, it depends on the associativity. I write A plus B plus C. Being an Indian, he will say, I'll do this fast, then this. But if you ask a China person, he may say, no, I'll do B plus C, then A. So if multiple operator in a statement will have equal precedence, then we have to see whether the precedence is from left to right or right to left. Had the precedence of ampersand is right to left, had the precedence of ampersand is right to left, which evaluation would have been done fast?
B and C.
And
Yeah.
that result will be operated with A. Understood it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Vaibhav Sai, yes or no? Amlan,
Yes.
yes.
How did we decide left to right or right to left? Can you explain again?
No. I wrote A plus
And
B plus C. If I say plus operator has associativity from right to left, which one I'll evaluate first?
Sir, right.
R plus C, sir.
It will depend.
C plus B. C plus B.
B plus C. And forget about the English language. Assume you do not know English. If I say right to left associativity from plus operator, which one I'll evaluate first? A plus B or B plus C?
B plus C.
Very good.
C.
That's answer. So we need to know the associativity. And like English, most of the operators uses left to right associativity, except few like plus plus minus minus, and some unary operators which uses right to left associativity. Again, if you look at a single page in the book, the same page it is written which operator uses left to right associativity, which uses right to left associativity. But associativity will come into picture provided the operator will have same precedence or unequal precedence.
same precedence.
Same precedence. If they have unequal precedence, then suppose had it not been there, had it not been there, and I say dollar at the rate has higher precedence. So which one I leave? Do I need to go for associativity in this case?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Associativity will only come into picture when I find out multiple operators have the same precedence in the expressions. Understood it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And finally, the type of the operands on which the operator will carry out. Suppose I can have addition operations. Does it take only integer? Does it take float plus float? Does it take a character plus integer? And does it take an address plus integer? Yes. It takes all type. Multiplication. Can I apply address into an integer? Can I do this? No. So for every operator, even if it is a binary, you need to understand whether those operators.
Sir?
Yes.
See, character plus integer, how can I
How I'll tell you that if the language accepts, we'll see what happens. कैरेक्टर प्लस इंटीजर. Why do you worry about this? देखेंगे क्या होता है.
Actually, I got
Sir,
perhaps and I
same
will be.
question for me. Same question.
See, do you know every operation? I have a question, Vimal. Do you know every operation answer? You do not know. I don't tell also 2 plus 3 what will be the value. Even if sometime you will find out, I'll write down expression 4000 plus 1. What would be the value of 4000 plus 1? It's not like this. If I ask a question the way you are asking, suppose I wrote a plus 1, value of a is 4000. Can you tell what would be the value of a plus 1?
Yes, sir. 4,000.
Not necessarily
4,000.
true. Not necessarily true. I'll show it in future. It may be 4002, maybe 4006, may also be 4010, maybe 4020. I'll show it. I'll show it. I didn't tell what will happen if I add to integer, if I add to address, if I add to integer character. I didn't tell about this. But my question here is whether addition accepts these two type of operands or not. That I need to understand. Which type of operator the operation takes. If it can take, then I say the statement is a valid statement. Understood it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So next is, if I know the arity, if I know the operands, I must check what type of operands it accepts. And then I will need to know what would be the result of these operations. The question which many are asked, what would be the sum of integer plus character? I'll tell it. I'll tell it. No, not to worry. Wait for some day. Then we'll come to the result of the operations. So there are so many things I need to understand about an operator, then I can answer the questions. Then I can answer the questions. And for which you have given a wrong answer when I asked a question minus 5. Because you didn't go through all these steps. You gave a wrong answer because of this. Let me explain this. Why you all have gave wrong answer. Students who have not answered to this question, possibly they have given a correct answer. जिन लोग जवाब नहीं दिए चुप रहे वो सही जवाब दिए. Now, forget about prefix. Now, can I apply this plus plus or minus minus operator to a integer constant? Tell me. Tell me the answer.
No, sir.
No, sir. If I cannot apply plus plus minus minus to integer constant, this 5 is an integer variable or integer constant?
Integer constant.
Integer constant.
If it is an integer constant,
Integer content.
is it a valid statement or invalid statement?
Invalid statement.
If the statement is invalid, Suryank, if the statement is invalid, should I have an answer to this question?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
If I say I goes, what is the meaning of this? Can you tell what is the meaning of I goes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So no one should give an answer for invalid statement. You all agree to me or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Many students might be interested. Sir, आप ये बोलते हैं कैसे invalid इतना जल्दी? Let me make a proper analysis to answer this question. How could I answer this? If I write down a plus plus, doesn't matter plus plus a or a plus plus, doesn't matter. What's the basic meaning of this? What is the equivalent statement for this?
A plus
Agree?
plus.
A plus.
Agree to me? Tell me yes,
Yes,
or
sir.
no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. If I write 5 minus minus 5, what is the equivalent statement to this? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now tell me, now Arghya, tell me, is it a valid statement? Can I have a constant in the left hand side of an assignment statement?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It's an invalid.
Now,
Exclamation mark.
now, Hemant, those who have answered to my question must be thinking how wrongly we are answering such a small question. Agreed or not?
Yes, sir.
बहुत लोग कॉपी में लिख के रखे थे मैंने जो बोला था क्या निकला अभी and many might be thinking we have learned C and C++ but are unable to answer this question. So should not be disheartened. This type of things will happen in my class in many situations. You'll find out this. So how do you read it properly? What are those operand types for which? Can I write down a plus plus when value of a is 2.5 is a floating point variable 5.5? Can I do this?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, plus plus operator cannot be
No.
applicable to a floating point
No, sir.
variable. It can only
Sir,
be
only
applicable.
plus.
It can only be applicable to a integer constants, integer variable and address variable. It can be applicable to two, pointer variable or integer variable, not to a floating point variable, not to a constants.
So can you repeat once more?
Which one?
These points are floating point. Is...
Plus plus operator cannot be applicable to a floating point variable. Understood it?
Yes.
If a is a floating point variable 5.5, I cannot write down a plus plus. Understood it, Hemant?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, कुछ
That
और
means
But I don't think so that I have given any answer.
I don't say, see, मुंह तो दिखा नहीं रहे हो, नाम पढ़ के बता रहे हैं तो मुश्किल हो रहा है. But understood it or not? Many have given
Yeah,
wrong answer.
I understood. Sir.
Yes.
that means it's a equal to 5 plus 5.5 plus 1. That is not invalid.
Arey, what I told, it is not applicable to a floating point variable.
So what's the difference between that, sir?
Means?
I don't get that.
Which one you didn't get?
So if we take a equals to 5 and we do a plus plus, so it's became 5.
Plus plus operator is applicable to integer variable, that's all. Operators have been defined for which operand it is applicable. I cannot do addition between two tube lights.
Okay,
I
sir.
can do
That means sir, only operator plus plus operator cover mat CP invalid integer value.
Integer variable and address or pointer variable, which will study in future.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
आया
sir.
समझ में?
Now got it, sir.
Yes. कैसे गलत चीज हो रहा है समझ रहे हो कि नहीं समझ रहे हो?
Answer that operator can be before and after variables. No?
If it is a unary operator, the language will specify whether you can go for prefix or postfix or both. All binary are infix. Understood it?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is basically all about today's class. I'm not discussing much because again we have to take combined class from there is a miscommunication between mentors. So when I'm writing a letter, you are confused. So Monday onwards, I'll take a combined class. Now you will enter to your breakout room today also.
To compile the program. Which program? That is C program. And it is compulsory for the developer while creating C program file, the extension should be .c. It is not optional, it is compulsory. The file name can be anything, but the extension must be .c. That means you can create a file using a.c, b.c, a1.c, anything else, but the extension must be .c. Then after creating the file, the final stage to execute the program. The GCC command is for compiling the C program. While executing the program, we have to follow the command ./a.out. ./a.out. Assume that every day we can create a multiple file. One program, one file. One program, one file. That means today, if you have to practice 5 program, then you have to create 5 separate files. तो ऐसा सोचो तो जब फाइल साइज इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, हाँ बोलो, किसी का कुछ इश्यू है क्या? जब फाइल साइज इंक्रीज हो जाएगा, इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू हैंडल देम. To organize huge amount of file, we have to take a help of folder. We have to take a help of folder. जैसे आप लोग अपना मोबाइल पे फाइल सेव करके रखते हैं, तो इसके लिए फोल्डर यूज करते हैं. The same concept in case of Linux environment, we can call them directory. No difference is there between Linux, folder and directory. Only definition varies. In case of Windows environment, we call as folder, but in case of Linux environment, we call as directory. Then today, we shall discuss how to create directory, how to know in which directory I am currently working on, how to change, how to move from one directory to another directory. That much thing I have to discuss today. Acha. The first command, that is pwd. The first command is pwd, present working directory. Present working directory. It display the current directory you are logged in. That means in which directory we are present. It displays some text, that is /home/lab. That means first slash is the root, then there is a folder called home. Inside home, the command is pwd, present working directory. Copy में लिखो.
Sir, it is present or print, sir?
Anything, print working directory.
एक बार फिर से repeat कीजिए ना.
Command pwd, print working directory. Display the current directory path. Second command, clear. It simply clear the screen. It simply clear the terminal screen. CLEAR. CLEAR. Clear.
ये दूसरा कमांड है सर.
This is second command.
ओके सर.
Very simple command. Clear. One important thing, if you press the up and down arrow of your keyboard, it will display the command you are currently used. Which command you have already used, you can rotate them using the up and down arrow of the keyboard.
ओके सर.
एक्चुअली क्या होता है ना, जो जो कमांड तुम प्रैक्टिस करते हुए वो की हिस्ट्री है, ऑप्शन है, कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, वो सब सेव होता है.
ओके सर. ठीक है.
हाँ, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ राइटिंग द कंप्लीट कमांड, यू कैन स्क्रॉल देम.
Yes,
For
sir.
example, if I want to use the clear command, the clear command already I used to. That means it must be there in the history file. Without writing the clear, you can use arrow key. pwd. Okay. The second command is clear.
Clear.
Then mkdir. mkdir. The command is mkdir. That means make directory. Make
MK.
dir. I have written in the screen. Look at the screen.
Yes, sir.
You can increase the font size. In between the terminal just enable the custom font, then you can size can be modified. Even font type can be modified.
ओके सर.
mkdir.
ठीक है सर.
Purpose, make directory. Make directory.
इसका फुल फॉर्म है सर.
make directory. जैसे print working directory pwd,
यस सर.
उसी तरह mkdir. अच्छा, देखो एक क्लियर एक सिंपल कमांड था, pwd सिंपल कमांड था, तो उसका कुछ ऑप्शन नहीं है। लेकिन जब mkdir यूज करेंगे उसके साथ कुछ एडिशनल डाटा पास करेंगे। जैसे mkdir का मतलब है मेक डायरेक्टरी। जब डायरेक्टरी क्रिएट करेंगे तो उसका तो नेम होगा, उसका तो लोकेशन होगा, तो ये सब चीजें हम पास करेंगे। मतलब कमांड के साथ और कुछ एडिशनल चीजें भी हम उसके साथ मेंशन करेंगे। तो उसके लिए एडिशनल चीज, हाँ, तो उसके लिए हमको कमांड का पूरा कंप्लीट स्ट्रक्चर यूज करना पड़ेगा। तो उसको बोलते हैं सिंटैक्स। उसको क्या बोलते हैं? सिंटैक्स। सिंटैक्स इज नथिंग बट रूल फॉर राइटिंग ए कमांड, रूल्स फॉर राइटिंग ए कमांड। अच्छा, तो mkdir उसके साथ क्या होता है ना, डायरेक्टरी नेम। मैं काम करता हूँ, एक gedit के अंदर लिखता हूँ।
सर mkdir तो मींस इंक्रीज करता है ना फॉन्ट साइज, या और कुछ भी?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, mkdir डायरेक्टरी क्रिएट करता है। gedit, अच्छा, इज इट विजिबल?
यस सर।
हाँ, तो यहाँ पर फॉन्ट साइज बढ़ाने के लिए, तो यहाँ पर देखो जो शेप दिखता है ना, राइट साइड टॉप राइट कॉर्नर, शेप, शेप के बगल में 3 लाइन है।
यस
शेप
सर।
के बगल में 3 लाइन है हॉरिजॉन्टल, वहां पर क्लिक करो, वहां पर मिल जाएगा प्रेफरेंस। मिल जाएगा क्या? कहाँ गया?
Yes, sir. Preferences.
टूल्स में होगा इसमें।
ना,
सर बेसिकली डायरेक्टरी मतलब फोल्डर होता है कि कुछ और?
नहीं, फोल्डर फोल्डर, नथिंग एल्स। सिर्फ टर्म बदल गया, विंडोज में फोल्डर बोलते हैं, यहाँ पर डायरेक्टरी बोलते हैं, नथिंग एल्स। अच्छा ठीक है, यहाँ पर लिखते हैं। पहले सिंटैक्स को समझते हैं। सिंटैक्स मतलब रूल फॉर राइटिंग ए कमांड। सिंटैक्स के लिए पहले कमांड होता है, फर्स्ट क्या होता है? कमांड। उसके बाद स्पेस होता है, पाथ, डायरेक्टरी नेम। ये होगा तुम्हारा पूरा सिंटैक्स। देखो, if you analyze the complete line, the first clause is mkdir, the command itself. After the command, you find something enclosed within square bracket, something enclosed within angle bracket. What does it means? Square bracket means optional. Square bracket means optional. Angle bracket means compulsory. Compulsory. That means while using mkdir command, you may use path or may not. That is up to you. That means if you want to create directory under the same directory you are currently working on, then no need to use path. आप जब लिनक्स लॉगिन किए तो आपको तो डायरेक्टरी मिलता है ना, जिसको बोलते हैं पीडब्ल्यू, जो यूज किया होम डायरेक्टरी। अगर उसी में फोल्डर बनाना चाहते हैं तो हमें पाथ का जरूरत नहीं। पाथ का कब जरूरत होगा?
नहीं, और दूसरे इसमें।
बस एक डायरेक्टरी के अंदर आप करेंटली काम कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप जो न्यू डायरेक्टरी बनाएंगे वो किसी दूसरे लोकेशन में होगा, उस समय आप यूज करेंगे क्या? पाथ। हम पहले सिंपल एग्जांपल करेंगे, फिर धीरे धीरे कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी की तरफ मूव करेंगे। तो डायरेक्टर नेम इज कंपलसरी, आप जो डायरेक्टर बनाएंगे उसका नाम क्या होगा। तो ये हो गया आपका कंप्लीट सिंटैक्स। जब एग्जांपल करेंगे तो दूसरा होगा। तो एक बात ध्यान रखो, आप सिंटैक्स कभी प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे, आप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे क्या, एग्जाम्पल। आप प्रैक्टिस करेंगे एग्जाम्पल। सपोज मुझे एक सिंपल सा डायरेक्टरी बनाना है कीट, इसको कॉपी में लिख लिया।
यस।
सपोज मुझे एक सिंपल डायरेक्टरी चाहिए कीट, तो उसके लिए क्या यूज करूंगा, mkdir कमांड हो गया। देन मुझे कहां पर चाहिए, जहां पर मैं अभी हूँ लैब के अंदर चाहिए, तो मुझे पाथ का कोई इंपोर्टेंट जरूरत नहीं है, सिंपल इसका नाम इंपोर्टेंट है, KIIT mkdir कीट, एंटर। कुछ एरर दिखाया क्या, अब जब कमांड प्रैक्टिस किया कुछ एरर दिखाया, नथिंग। नथिंग मीन्स द कमांड एग्जीक्यूटेड सक्सेसफुली। सपोज देखो, सपोज मैंने उसको स्पेलिंग गलत कर दिया है, MKKDIR, मैं जानबूझकर कर रहा हूँ, KIIT1। अब देखो यहाँ पर एरर दिखाएगा,
यस सर।
द कमांड mkdir नॉट फाउंड ड्यू टू मीन।
यस सर, कमांड
तो अभी सपोज मैं कीट1 बनाना चाहता हूँ, तो क्या यूज करूंगा, mkdir कीट1। हो गया।
यस सर।
अच्छा, अब हम डायरेक्टरी बना दिया, अब कीट के अंदर बनाना चाहूंगा बीटेक, कीट के अंदर बनाना चाहूंगा बीटेक, mkdir। मैं डायरेक्ट यहाँ पर बीटेक नहीं लिख सकते, क्योंकि मैं अभी किधर लॉगिन किया हूँ, लैब के अंदर। अभी रिसेंटली जो कीट फोल्डर बनाया वो किसके अंदर, लैब के अंदर है। लेकिन मेरा रिक्वायरमेंट अभी क्या है, मैं जो बीटेक फोल्डर क्रिएट करूंगा वो कीट के अंदर होना चाहिए, लैब के अंदर नहीं होगा।
उसके लिए और एक कमांड बनाएंगे सर।
उसके लिए हमें पाथ यूज करना पड़ेगा।
दूसरा
उसके लिए
पाथ।
क्या यूज करूंगा, पाथ। अगर मैं बीटेक यहाँ लिख दिया तो ये बीटेक कहाँ बन जाएगा, लैब के अंदर बन जाएगा।
तो एरर हो जाएगा ना सर अगर अभी।
नहीं एरर नहीं, कमांड सक्सेसफुली रन कर जाएगा, लेकिन आपका जो पर्पज है वो फुलफिल नहीं होगा। अगर पाथ गलत करेंगे एरर नहीं दिखाएगा, जो गलत करेंगे तो गलत जगह फोल्डर बन जाएगा।
हाँ ठीक है।
उसके लिए क्या करेंगे, पहले पाथ देंगे, उसका पाथ क्या, कीट
किट
क्लास क्या, बीटेक।
बीटेक।
हो गया। अब मैं कमांड बनाया हूँ, सपोज मैं देखना चाहता हूँ एक्चुअली मेरा लैब के अंदर क्या क्या चीज है, मेरा जो डायरेक्टरी अभी बनाया वो अभी सचमुच बना कि नहीं, पहले से क्या क्या मुझे बना बनाया मिलता है। तो सब व्यू करने के लिए एक कमांड है LS। एक कमांड क्या है, LS मतलब
It lists all
लिस्टिंग।
the directories.
लिस्टिंग
सारे directories दिखाते हैं।
वो उसमें डायरेक्टरी फाइल लेगा, जो भी कुछ आ जाएगा। LS आप अगर सब में ऑफिस का सिस्टम है ना, तो पहले से उसमें कई स्टूडेंट प्रैक्टिस किए होंगे, उसका फाइल भी दिख रहा है। हम लोग का जो बना था अभी कीट, वो भी होगा। देखो कीट कहाँ पर है, ये देखो कीट कीट
तो
1
मीन्स लैपटॉप में जितने फाइल्स रहते हैं वो सारे शो कर देते हैं सर।
सारे शो करेगा, जितना फाइल फोल्डर होगा सारे इसमें जो ग्रीन कलर का दिख रहा है ना, वो सब lab. It is inside the kit. If you want to show the content of kit instead of lab, then while using ls, you can use the path.
Yes, sir.
अगर मैं यहाँ पर ls मारू तो ls किसका आउटपुट दिखाएगा? आप जहां पर है, अभी कहां पर है हम? लैब के अंदर।
Lab के अंदर।
लेकिन मैं किट का कंटेंट देखना चाहता हूं तो पाथ दे दूंगा
ls kit।
ls किट। किट के अंदर कुछ बीटेक है, बीटेक के अंदर और कुछ क्या है, इसी तरह आप किसी भी पाथ यूज कर सकते हो। अभी क्या दिखाया? बीटेक दिखाया।
किट के जो अंदर फाइल्स था।
बीटेक के अंदर क्या है देखना चाहता हूँ, लिख दूंगा किट स्लैश बीटेक।
यस सर, यस सर।
वो कुछ नहीं दिखाएगा, कुछ है ही नहीं।
उसके अंदर तो कुछ नहीं है।
हाँ, इसलिए कुछ आउटपुट नहीं आया।
यस सर।
मैं किट के अंदर नेविगेट करना चाहता हूँ। मैं अभी लैब के अंदर हूँ। देखो मेरा स्क्रीन इतना सारा आउटपुट भर गया है, तो मैं इसको क्लियर कर दूंगा। क्लियर। मैं कहां पर हूँ भूल गया हूँ। PWD the tilde symbol also change, tilde slash kit. That means I am under kit directory instead of home.
So वो किट के बाद s क्यों आया वहां पे?
नहीं, वो s नहीं है, वो डॉलर प्रॉम्प्ट होता है। उसको कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट बोलते हैं। उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट। जैसे आप लोग डैश ओपन किया होगा कमांड विंडोज में, वहां पर C:\+ होगा ना। हाँ, तो वहां पर ग्रेटर देन है प्रॉम्प्ट सिंबल, यहाँ पर $साइन है प्रॉम्प्ट सिंबल।
सर सीटी मतलब बस दूसरे फोल्डर मतलब दूसरे डायरेक्टरी को जाना है।
दूसरे डायरेक्टरी की जा रहा है। अच्छा, अब देखो मैं किट के अंदर चला गया। किट के अंदर क्या बीटेक, तो बीटेक के अंदर जाना चाहता हूँ। सीडी बीटेक। तो जैसे सीडी कमांड यूज करके आप फॉरवर्ड डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हैं, उसी तरह सीडी कमांड यूज करके आप बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन भी जा सकते हैं। सपोज मैं प्रीवियस पैरेंट डायरेक्टरी को लौटना चाहता हूँ, तो सीडी स्पेस डॉट डॉट। हाँ, डॉट डॉट मतलब क्या? रिटर्न टू द पैरेंट डायरेक्टरी। अभी बीटेक के अंदर है, बीटेक का पेरेंट कौन है?
किट।
किट। किट का पेरेंट कौन है? लैब।
लैब।
आप चाहे कितना भी स्टेप जा सकते हैं। सपोज मुझे एक ही कमांड में मैं लैब के अंदर जाना चाहता हूं, तो cd डॉट डॉट दोबारा यूज कर सकता हूं, या cd डॉट डॉट स्लैश डॉट डॉट। ये कमांड दोबारा एक ही लाइन में भी जा सकते हैं। देखो ऑटोमेटिक कैलकुलेट कर लेगा। तो वन डॉट डॉट मीन्स वन पेरेंट, स्लैश डॉट डॉट मीन्स अगेन उसका पेरेंट।
सर और एक बार बोलो।
हाँ देखो, अच्छा अभी देखो मैं डायरेक्टली बीटेक के अंदर जाना चाहता हूँ। सीडी क्या लिखूंगा? किट स्लैश बीटेक।
यस सर, यस।
एंटर।
एंटर हो गया। मैं लैब के अंदर रिटर्न करना चाहता हूँ।
डबल डॉट स्लैश डबल डॉट।
देखो मैंने एक डबल डॉट लिखा, सीडी डॉट डॉट, वो कहाँ जाएगा?
किट में।
किट के अंदर। किट के अंदर गया। फिर सीडी डॉट डॉट, वो कहाँ गया? लैब के अंदर गया। तो दो स्टेप में आपने लैब के अंदर गया ना, लेकिन यहाँ पर एक स्टेप में चला जाते।
सिंगल स्टेप में।
समझ में आ गया?
यस सर। यार MKDIR के लिए वो लिखना होगा ना पहले हम लोग को।
हाँ देखो, किट जो बीटेक हमने क्रिएट किया है तभी तो नेविगेट करते हैं ना।
यस सर, यस सर।
तो पहले जनरेट करोगे, उसके बाद उसको ट्रैवल करेंगे। जब डायरेक्टरी नहीं होगा तो आप ट्रैवल कहाँ करोगे? इसका डाउट है क्या, जो बताया अभी? तो आप इसी तरह क्या करेंगे, आप जो प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, आप तो प्रोग्राम नहीं हो रहा है, 2-3 क्लास बाद जो प्रोग्राम होगा, कब 5 प्रोग्राम होगा, किसी दिन 10 प्रोग्राम होगा, तो आप क्या करोगे? तो आप लैब के अंदर क्या, आपका रोल नंबर वाइज एक फोल्डर बना दोगे। रोल नंबर के अंदर एक सी लैब बना दोगे, सी प्रोग्राम फोल्डर। तो सी प्रोग्राम के अंदर क्या कर दोगे, एक डेट फोल्डर बना दोगे, उसी दिन का जो होगा डेट। सपोज आज का डेट है क्या, मार्च 4 है, 4 मार्च। मैं उसी नेम से फोल्डर बना दूंगा, उसके अंदर चला जाऊंगा, आज का सारा प्रोग्राम वहीं पर रखूंगा। फिर जब नेक्स्ट क्लास होगा,
हर डेट का एक
हर डेट एक फोल्डर में बनाओगे। जो जब चाहे टीचर आपको पूछे कि हम उसी दिन का प्रोग्राम जो हुआ दिखाओ, तो आप डायरेक्ट उसका नेविगेट करोगे, प्रोग्राम दिखाओगे।
ओके सर।
हाँ, आप एक काम करो, खुद प्रैक्टिस करो, एक अपने आप फोल्डर स्ट्रक्चर बनाओ, ट्री बनाओ, cd कमांड यूज करो, उसके पहले mkdir यूज करो।
सर ये वाला जस्ट मतलब ये जो सीटी वाला पार्ट है सर, एक लास्ट टाइम के लिए आप
थोड़ा जोर से बोलो
सर, लास्ट टाइम के लिए आप फिर से एक बार बोलिए सीटी वाला पार्ट। ये हो गया।
अच्छा देखो, मैं अभी बीटेक के अंदर चला गया।
यस सर।
सिंपल cd डॉट डॉट का मतलब क्या, मूव टू द पेरेंट डायरेक्टरी।
यस सर, यस सर।
तो मैं अगर cd डॉट डॉट मारूंगा तो कहां पर आएगा, किट के अंदर आएगा।
किट के अंदर आएगा सर।
लेकिन मैं किट के अंदर नहीं जाना चाहता, मैं उससे पहले की जो फोल्डर पेरेंट है
अच्छा
ना,
अच्छा,
उसके
ओके
अंदर
ओके,
जाना
गॉट
चाहता।
इट। मतलब 2 स्टेप्स, मतलब जो
हाँ,
मेन।
बस बस, अगर आपको 2 स्टेप पीछे जाना है तो क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, डॉट डॉट स्लैश डॉट डॉट।
यस सर, यस सर।
अगर आपको 5 स्टेप पीछे जाना है, आपको कहाँ जाना पड़ेगा, कि जो कितना लिखोगे, 5 बार लिखना
ओके।
पड़ेगा। ऐसा नहीं हमेशा,
2 और 3।
हाँ ऐसा बात नहीं, आप हमेशा पीछे ही जाएंगे, पीछे जाके फिर आगे भी आ सकते हैं। देखो कैसे होता है, हमने एक फोल्डर बनाया था किट 1, पता है।
यस सर, यस सर।
हाँ, उसके अंदर एक फोल्डर बनाते हैं। देखो अभी क्या होगा, किट 1 कहाँ पर है, लैब के अंदर है, सब लोग ध्यान से देखो। लेकिन हम अभी कहाँ पर है, बीटेक के अंदर, हम अभी लैब के अंदर नहीं है, लेकिन हम बनाना चाहते हैं किट 1 के अंदर। तो क्या लिखेंगे, mkdir। देखो सपोज, हाँ बोलो। हाँ देखो, तो यहाँ से हमको पाथ कैलकुलेशन करना पड़ेगा। तो बीटेक अभी कहाँ बनेगा, किट 1 के अंदर।
यस सर।
तो डॉट डॉट स्लैश डॉट डॉट स्लैश किट 1 स्लैश बीटेक। थोड़ा ध्यान से देखो, मैंने लिखा कमांड mkdir, लास्ट में जो होगा वो क्रिएट होगा, बीटेक क्रिएट होगा, किसके अंदर होगा, ये वाला हो गया पाथ। ये पाथ को कैलकुलेट करो, अभी बीटेक के अंदर हो, एक डॉट डॉट यूज किया, अपना दिमाग में कैलकुलेट करो, आप किसके अंदर चला गया, वर्चुअली किट के अंदर,
किट
फिर उसके डॉट डॉट यूज किया, आप वर्चुअली कहाँ चले गए, लैब के अंदर।
लैब।
फिर लिखा क्या, किट 1, लैब के अंदर ऑलरेडी है,
यस सर।
पहले बनाए थे ना, उसके अंदर
यस सर,
बीटेक।
यस सर, यस सर।
देखो कुछ एरर आया, नहीं आया।
हाँ सर। तो सर यहाँ पे तो सीडी भी यूज कर सकते थे ना, mkdir क्यों
कुछ
यूज?
भी कुछ भी आप यूज कर सकते हो, कुछ भी। देखो मैं डायरेक्ट किट 1 के अंदर जो बीटेक उसके अंदर जाऊंगा, तो क्या लिखूंगा,
सर उसका पाथ देखिए, बस नेम लिखना है
हाँ
तो हो जाएगा।
डॉट डॉट स्लैश डॉट डॉट स्लैश किट 1 स्लैश क्या,
बीटेक।
बीटेक।
बीटेक। यस सर।
एंटर, एंटर मारू।
यस सर।
इससे कुछ डाउट है क्या?
नो नो।
हाँ, सब लोग बोलो। देखो चला गया। अच्छा,
Yes.
ये भी बीटेक दिख रहा है, ये भी बीटेक दिख रहा है, लेकिन डिफरेंस क्या है? यहाँ पर
किट वन।
कीट है, यहाँ पर कीट वन है।
किट वन।
ठीक है, डाउट नहीं है तो खुद प्रैक्टिस करो, खुद एक फोल्डर ट्री बनाओ, कुछ भी सिंपल जैसे, तो mkdir बनाओ, उस पे cd कमांड यूज करके नेविगेट करो, ls कमांड
Sir,
यूज करके। हाँ बोलो।
this is not related to the commands which we currently dealing with, but एक setup related doubt था थोड़ा सा, so आप जब आप ये खत्म कर दीजिएगा थोड़ा सा सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं?
ठीक है, अगर मेरे बस का होगा तो सपोर्ट
हाँ
करेंगे।
ठीक है।
हम्म, तो कैन आई स्टॉप शेयरिंग?
यस सर।
आप खुद प्रैक्टिस करो।
सर क्या स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकते हैं?
हाँ करो।
Right. एक सेकेंड। सर स्क्रीन क्या विजिबल है?
हाँ विजुअल है।
हाँ, सो इधर जो प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, एक एक हाउ डू आई डिस्क्राइब इट, एक लॉगिन लूप चल रहा है। इट विल आइदर, मतलब 75% ऑफ द टाइम इट आइदर स्टॉप्स ऑन द लॉगिन स्क्रीन, मतलब लॉगिन आएगा नहीं, और इट वोंट पास लॉगिन, एज इन इट विल कम टू लॉगिन बट इट विल शो अ ब्लैक स्क्रीन आफ्टरवर्ड्स। मतलब ये लूप हो रहा है। आपके देखे है ये चीज बिफोर?
Ayan, did you install the LTS file properly? I mean the path, did you provide it properly?
Yeah,
अबे
those
वो
things are
तो थोड़ा देर
specified.
के लिए होता है, फिर नहीं हो रहा है क्या तेरा?
नहीं, I mean it happens sometimes, but then it doesn't happen sometimes.
Ayan, I think that there is some issue with the path, the LTS file.
No, bro, I assure you, this is not an issue that, I mean, it may exist, just like last time I ran this, during this session, this showed up until the login screen, but it stopped here this time around.
तो टास्क मैनेजर के थ्रू उसको क्लोज करो, दोबारा ओपन करो।
Okay.
स्क्रीन शेयर करके ओपन करो। हाँ, इसको पूरा कंप्लीट क्लोज कर दो पहले।
हाँ ऑलरेडी कर चुका है, ये फ्रेश है। And this time हो सकता है वन करे। I
आप इतने जल्दी क्लोज करके ओपन कैसे कर दिए?
मतलब
थोड़ा टाइम लगता है ना, वो किट का लैपटॉप है ना।
हाँ मगर लाइक आई एलोकेटेड 5 GB रैम इस पे, तो ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए वैसे।
एक्चुअली वो दिखाता है 5 GB, उसमें एक्चुअली 5 GB नहीं होता है।
बट तब भी फास्ट, ढंग का फास्ट होना चाहिए स्टिल। ये वैसे चला पहले, बट I've even set up within the Ubuntu जो OS है, I've even set that up, but like sometimes it runs and sometimes खुलता नहीं है।
अभी भी नहीं खुल रहा है ना?
नहीं, बट about 10% 20% ऑफ द टाइम खुल जाता है।
यार
बता।
ऑलरेडी तुम्हारा ये सब चीज हम करवा रहे हैं सबको का ऑलरेडी। क्या करो ना कि इसको तुम पहले क्लोज करना, और उसके बाद जो किट यूजर्स में जा करके डॉट वर्चुअल बॉक्स है ना, उसको बाहर निकालो, डेस्कटॉप पे पेस्ट करो, और ताकि वो तुम्हारा फिर से क्रिएट कर सके कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है।
Oh, that help.
ठीक है, वो जो बोला ट्राई करके देखो, शायद
ठीक
हो
है,
सके।
I'll ask.
हाँ
All right, sir. I'll stop sharing.
सर आप जो अभी बताया वही करना है ना हम लोग को?
हाँ हाँ।
ओके सर, मेरा हो गया आपने जो बोला।
किसका हो गया?
मेरा फिर क्लियर भी कर दिया।
कौन, प्रियांशु?
यस सर, आपने जो बोला था वो कर लिया।
हाँ, शेयर करो शेयर करो।
एक मिनट सर, वो मैंने क्लियर कर दिया था, क्लियर वाला कमांड कर दिया था।
अरे क्लियर तो कमांड क्लियर होगा, लेकिन आप जो डायरेक्टरी बनाए हैं वो तो होगा ना।
यस सर, एक मिनट।
हाँ, जब लिनक्स क्लोज कर रहे हो ना, तो वहां पर सेव इंस्टेंस ऑप्शन होता है। सेव इंस्टेंस पे क्लिक करके क्लोज करो, नहीं तो जो भी काम करोगे वो सेव नहीं होगा।
सर सेव नहीं किया था, फिर मैं कर लेता हूँ, एक मिनट।
हाँ, तो देखो, अगर सेव नहीं किया होगा ना, जो डायरेक्टरी
सर
बनाए
मैं
थे वो
शेयर
नहीं
करूँ?
होगा।
ओके सर, ओके।
तो मैं शेयर करूँ?
कौन, मनीष?
यस सर।